discussing the internet connectivity in Africa, right?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, it was really my pleasure and honor to be with you today and to be part of this wonderful event. Thanks to Miro, I think that we are on the right way to reach the good final goal, and allow me to sit down and to tell you a few words. First of all, I'm really delighted, and I thanks the organizer to invite me to be today with you and to talk about the technological concept of this very important youth satellite network in Africa. Personally, I'm in the satellite communication business just when Arthur C. Clarke launched the idea. No, I'm joking, but I spent all my life in broadcasting application, broadband application of satellite communications for the purpose of ex-Yugoslavia. Now I'm manager for European World Network and GloForesight Institute expert from Ljubljana. My wishes are that this global satellite system became true and reality, and we will do this for sure. For me, I see this event as I have participated in so many events like this, but for me, I see it as a very important gathering. It is the gathering of the mixed generation, and this gives us the possibility to have wonderful results at the end of the conference. I see it like the way to follow the future, to spread and initiate the participation of cooperation for the better for future of mankind of our planet. Yes, you are the ruler. We will leave you this ugly world that we produce for you, but try to be better than our generation. Before starting, I would like to quote you one thing. I will not to stress you, but to tell you something that is terrible, it is sad. In June 2012, 341 million people in sub-Saharan Africa had to travel at least 50 kilometers to the place with the broadband internet connectivity. I have that is one of the previous presentations that I have, the digital internet cafe in Kampala, in Uganda, and the estimation is that 40% of sub-Saharan Africa will not have the access to the broadband. So in that time, when I start to think about these activities, I immediately understand that the use of satellite communication is much more and well accepted in that sense. So when Miro recently prepared wonderful workshop in Accra, he put me the beat into my ears about creation of West African countries network for ICT purposes, for the local GloCha centers to meet them on daily basis communication. It was a really good idea. So I prepared the presentation. Unfortunately, I didn't attend, but the results are that we have the green light to go with this idea further on. Shall I put? Yes. Something that I thought before I came here, but I'm convinced 100% that it was true. Youth as the future of mankind is real reality. Key challenges are well known. ICT could be the catalyst for sustainable development and must be. So I immediately recognize that there is a need for specialized global use IP satellite network, need for worldwide connecting of youth. You are once here on this conference, but tomorrow, where have you been? If you are not connected, if you are not online, so we have to wait so many times that we arrive to the next conference. And this project could prepare the next generation to take up the world leader's role. Yes, you are the leaders. You are the management of this planet that is still wonderful and blue. In that sense, at the very beginning, we have to create conditions for better development in Africa. Previous decision, as you all know, that is something that I go through in my study before launching this project, this pilot project. This is something that is well known for you. So coming back to the project, pilot project, or I would like to call it pre-operational phase of the big project. You know, pilot project is something that pilots could drop down in a black hole, but when you say that something is pre-operational phase that have some big strength than pilot project, it could gather the youth centers of Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, and Cabo Verde. That was Miro's wishes. So to linking local GloCha ICT centers to the Klagenfurt production center, I don't see how this as the hub. When I say hub, this means uplink, downlink, hardware, a lot of cables. That's hub. No, that is not hub. Hub is something that you call knowledge hub, and this time we will have to collocate the technical hub and the knowledge hub down the road. Yes, probably inshallah next year. What I would like also to say is the formation operating systems. So we have to have a real system in our hands to be in daily connection. Immediately, this leads us to the video conferencing. Often we use, and we will have the hello for the gentleman of Ravi soon, but we have to implement video conferencing not only as a Skype conference, but with a real video conference. So this gives us a little bit. It leads us to the professional, semi-professional level of all equipment, whole system. And for me, it was the possibility for gathering of first impression for the global service itself. And we have to summarize this first phase. I'm a bloody technician, you know, we always have some bottom line, and after that we go to the second phase. As I belong to the broadcasting people, I spent all my life helping people to TV production to say lies about the existing moment in all the country, because everybody is doing the same, especially we from the public service broadcasters. I'm joking, but somewhere there is a truth also. When we start with the idea of education of the young generation in different African countries, this leads me to creation of specialized world TV program, Youth World Network channel. It should be devoted to all the young generation all over the world, meaning real TV program. Immediately, that program should educate, socialize, gives information, exchange of the idea, cultures, animators, you know this general words. And what is also very important, specialized gender education, because in Africa that it is a terrible problem. We have a wonderful lady friend, Elizabeth Rashik-Warren, that gives a marvelous speech about the gender in Africa, and 2 weeks ago it was the conference Europe for Africa in Ljubljana, and they explained that in villages even young technicians or engineers, young engineers that could operate the different hardware equipment, they leave to the capital. And who is operating? The mothers. Suddenly the mothers are educated to push the button and to lift off the program, to receive the signal and to send the signal. So the importance of mothers and grandmas in Africa is very important, if I may say like that. Yes. For these GloCha centers, I think that it also is important to learn English, to have an advanced English learning course, but allow me, it is not my domain, it is almost thinking of one engineer. Who could we count for the cooperation? Those are the international villages or towns in these 4 African countries with a two-directional system. It is not television, it is not direct to home, it is bidirectional. We got the signal with the midstream, we send the questions and open discussion with the upstreaming somewhere from Africa. That is really. Immediately this leads us to the triple play solution. First of all, this is for internet connectivity. This type of equipment is for internet connectivity, but with another converter we could have the signal, TV programs from the same orbital position and have in the same time not only internet but direct to home TV. Later on we will use the satellite to IP solution, protocol solution, which is in a new standards in transmission of the signals. Here is something that is bloody engineer's occupation. We are now with the KU band facilities. We are moving in Europe. Why we couldn't have the signal here? Because this is in KU band. It will work for Africa. Here in Europe we have something that we call KA band. So those are upper frequencies. We have something that is KA sat. It's almost similar like that, but unfortunately in different frequency band. So this is the future of where the satellite communication should go. How do I see, as I have been involved in many big projects, and how do I see the realization of cooperation during the realization of the project itself? The initiator and leader of the project is, of course, IAAI. The partners task force should be, in my opinion, and I propose this to our conference, that the partner should be IAAI and GloCha Institute for development and implementation of the pilot project. Development to general. Immediately we should prepare ourselves to the general project, to the worldwide concept. GloCha, the operational leader of the project, that is something that is not important. What is all very important for the very beginning, we have to create a common task force group that will be consist of the expert. From one side, it is not very important technical hardware part that is feasible and economical. From the other side, that we have to have the brain of the content providers, what we will put into our server to offer to those guys which are somewhere in Africa, in Accra, and everywhere. So we have to create common task force group. We have to prepare a feasibility study with the budgetary prices, budget estimation, to go to somebody to ask them, yes, you are for philanthropy on the paper, but give us the money for this marvelous idea. So instead of the conclusion, Africa has a promising young generation. That's true. That Shocking is the fact that they are not educated. 46 million of sub-Saharan kids are not in the schools. 71 million of sub-Saharan kids are finishing the first 3 or 4 years of the school and they are not continuing. So, but they are really promising generation. So we have to fight toward a better world with the concrete action. This is concrete action. Initiation of GloCha activities in West Africa is chapeau bas, comme on dit en français. We have to create pilot through global challenge use and ICT centers there, that's Miro's business, for building global action network information service. And I told you that I'm bloody engineer. I always like when we have something on as a project which is feasible and could be realized, to make a report on it. My proposal is that the first report on the start of the project should be during the EU Telecom Forum 2014 in Doha in December of this year. So with this, I'll be delighted to leave you the possibility to think about the project and to help us with your suggestion. I will have another story for you, but maybe it is not after the conference, Mira. I have another idea in my mind. You have to create a webinar, especially with about your presentation, to offer this information to so many young people, which could act in and be very interesting for you. Thank you very much. Where is my friend for my own? Should I speak not loud, so loud?
Everything's fine. It's a nice presentation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So any questions for Tihomir? Question?
Does this service works, the connection works only through centers? So the ICT centers in Africa and the hub that will be making planning food? Or you offer any kind of service that everyone could have a link maybe on the internet and could become part of this platform?
This project that Miro asked me to think about is some kind of how to say in English, derivation. From the project that we prepared for real aid to Africa for e-learning in Africa. When I mentioned the numbers about the pupils which are not in schools, this was the project that we call Africa e-learning. With satellite connections, you could reach any mountain part, any village in Africa, any village in Asia, any island on Maldives, you know. So this is something that it could be offered to everybody. So not only for this purpose. This purpose we are going for the 4 countries, and in our case we will go to, for example, for one country in Francophone Africa. So it is feasible for globally, and the task for us is to offer the content.
So unless any other questions come up, maybe Miro, you can...
Yes, I would like to provide some additional information. First, thank you very much, Tihomir. Excellent presentation, and it makes us really very hopeful that with this technology and your expertise, our ideas will spread very fast on a very large scale. And for this, as Tihomir has mentioned, our workshop in Accra 2 weeks ago has been a key, and I just wanted to show you the link and where you can find more information about what has been discussed there, because it's really amazing, the energy and the drive that was there. So if you go on our homepage, www.GloCha.info, and then you browse the news, then you come to the, or even if you go here among the top news, you see here the information about the West Africa Regional Workshop. And here, if you then go down, you see the documents. And here we have them. So, yeah, the Accra Declaration. And this one, the young people there said us, the West African countries are very resource-rich countries. And they have the instrument of district community funds, where resource extracting industries are feeding the fund, and telecommunication companies and some taxes are channeled towards this fund, and the districts are using it for public good activities. And they said there is also provisions that 2% should be devoted to disabled people and some other things. And they said they call, in their declaration, they said they call upon their government to devote 1% of these funds to where they call, here it is, ensure 1% budgetary allocation backed by the necessary legislative instrument as a statutory contribution towards the development of ICT, and above they have that this should be done by establishing global challenges, youth and ICT centers. Here we are. Oh, sorry. Here are the global challenges, youth and ICT centers. So really, our initiatives would be there with young people enthusiastic about this, with resources available, with connectivity gap. So this would be a self-running thing. We just need now to send them about 3 or 4 of these equipments, 300 euros each, and have a plan how to evaluate and how to make the feasibility study so that we can really learn quickly how to do it under the difficult circumstances there, because they don't have power every time and a lot of other things. But really, you should look up the information regarding this workshop, and you will see there, within 1 year, there could be hundreds of global challenges youth at ICT centers. And regarding this session, I also wanted to say, it's when I looked these history channels, and so they said there are some key technologies that make the big shift of civilization and also a shift of power. And the technology leaders that we have here, one the satellite technology, the other one the video lectures with the trans lectures, and this multilingual component is for building a global community the key. It's even the UN system is very weak on technology and multilingualism, and Wikipedia platforms for this open access to knowledge collaboration. If we then apply it to the local level, so that really the world will know what happens on local level, because UN system nowadays does not know how the situation is of the environment or society or whatever around the world. There are some mini pilot cases in the reports of the UN, but actually nobody knows really what's happening on the ground worldwide. And with these 3 technologies combined, we are very strong.
Allow me to say one thing. This pilot project, I see it as a nucleus for the generator of the worldwide.
Yes, it can be rolled out then globally, and as you asked, accessibility of these hubs, offers, programs, the content is the same. It's only one distribution channel is satellite. The other one, if young people or anybody has direct access to the internet, then it will be provided through normal communication channels.
What Madame Nelly Cross said for us, we are in Europe gâté, as I say, because I would like to have my 100 megabit per second, no matter how, via satellite, via cable, but they don't have nothing there in Africa. So our role is tremendously important, and I'm happy to be here today. And the baby was born, in my opinion. We have to put it somebody to.
All of us together will do it. And it's to demonstrate how challenging the situation is. We have had our workshop at the Ghana India Kofi Annan Center of Excellence in ICT. And the internet connectivity was so weak that we couldn't show a YouTube video. And so if in such really, there's no better competence center in Ghana than this one, and the internet connectivity was poor. Of course, there are places where the connectivity is better. For instance, we went into KFC, this snack shop, and there it was okay, but it's really, with this technology, everybody will love us there in these countries, and there can be those young people involved can develop business models so that they provide internet connectivity and get revenues, and through this they finance their public good orientated activities with schools. And also the National Youth Authority of Ghana is our partner, and they said we can use their structure of regional and local youth centers, so we don't need to build anything, or so we just come into existing institutions and offer our programs there, and they will be very happy to do this. And we have the support of the Minister for Communications in Ghana, and so it's really very, very promising there. It's really interesting that an initiative, high-tech leadership initiative, could take off in West Africa where one would not expect it.
I do have a question for you.
Yes, please.
Are we playing the video now?
Yes, let's play the video, because Heinz was scheduled to speak now, but he has a terrible headache, so he might come later. So you have seen perhaps here at the Accra workshop, we have partnered with plussocialgood, and that's a platform which unites a global community of innovators around a shared vision, using the power of technology and new media to make the world a better place. And they are also partners for today's conference, and they have sent us a link to a video that will explain to you what it is about.
Connect the world in entirely new ways. Today, technology connects innovators to ideas, ordinary citizens to the people in power, and communities to action. Today, technology promises to change the way we work, make decisions, solve problems, and create change. plussocialgood is built around that promise. Inspired by its partners, plussocialgood is a global community for the connected generation, bringing together innovators from nearly 150 countries around the world, all committed to the idea that by working together, we can accelerate change. In just the past year, thousands of plussocialgood members have come together to address some of the world's most pressing issues, from the economy to the environment, from poverty to education, from women's rights to global health and beyond. We're connecting online on plussocialgood.org, on Facebook, in Twitter debates and through Google Hangouts. We're gathering at local meetups and around global summits to collaborate and translate vision into action. We're connecting farmers in Tanzania to the G8 in Ireland, keeping over 10,000 cars off the road for one day in Austin, Texas, and uniting experts in Spain to share best practices in global development. And all along the way, we're fundamentally changing the conversation and shaping a new agenda for our connected world. This is a community movement on a global scale. Everyone, everywhere can have a voice and make a difference. Make your voice heard. Join the conversation. Join plussocialgood.
So the background, perhaps also for you, for this plussocialgood, why we are linked with them, is that the UN Foundation is one of the main funders of it. And when I've been there in December in New York, we approached them to work with them, and they are in general very positive, but somehow they also don't have a lot of money, although they have been founded based on a $1 billion gift of Ted Turner, the founder of CNN. And we have good links to him. I've even spoken with his daughter, and they said they are inclined to support us, but till now we didn't get any financial support yet. But it's also, Ted Turner is one of our role models, one of our philanthropy heroes, because he has devoted part of his financial resources to to address global challenges and to support the United Nations. And that's also the logic we apply when we are preparing to approach the Giving Pledge people, these billionaires who said they want to spend hundreds of billions of dollars giving back to society. And we say global challenges are the most pressing challenges, and you need to channel it towards global structures that address these global challenges. And Ted Turner is a good example, and therefore we maintain the link to UN Foundation, we maintain the link to plussocialgood, so because this is an avenue that's quite promising. And as Heinz is not here yet with his headache, I will use the opportunity to show you the video of Ravi Karkara, who has great merits for today's and yesterday's conference, to have had this high-level representation with the Minister of Sri Lanka and our colleagues from UN Habitat, our colleagues from Turkey. They all came because Ravi said they should come to Klagenfurt because here is something very important, emerging. And he is co-founder of our global hub, and he is since yesterday also the vice president of IAI. So it's good you meet him virtually now with this video message.
Good morning, my name is Ravi Karkara.